Today has absolutely been a crazy day for crypto. And guys, I mean, we're talking hacks. We're talking FTX relaunching. We had the FOMC minutes. We had the inflation data come out. We had the Ethereum upgrade, which was crazy. And we've got ourselves our trusted Warren Buffett. And take a look at what he just said.
Wager at the sports book in Nevada, and I was out there with a couple of friends, and I went up and bet on Nebraska against it, and about 10 people got up behind me and said, "I'll have what he's having." You know, it's kind of like Meg Ryan in the movie. And so they had a very unbalanced book when they got through that day, and I got 500. My 550, and I made a profit of 500 on it, and I had somebody else cash the tickets. So it's so human, and once unleashed, you can't put it back in the bottle. And something like Bitcoin, it is something. It's a gambling token.
I don't really completely know what he was trying to say with the first 45 seconds. But, well, there's more. There's even guys like Trump who are saying that the biggest risks right now for the country actually come from within. Oh, and we've also got more and more on this banking crisis as things are getting completely out of hand. And we also got a little bit on XRP, a little bit more at the end of this video that you have to watch. And also, guys, make sure you press that notification bell on, because what if the Ripple case is over tomorrow, right? Or anything crazy happens, you want to be notified.
Who's the biggest problem, sir? Is it China? Could it be Russia? Could it be North Korea? No, I said the biggest problem is from within. It's these sick, radical people from within, because we can handle, if we're smart, we can handle Russia, China. I did.
And before we move on, make sure you press that like button, as I've got a giveaway of $1,000 announced over on my Twitter. But a lot of you guys in the comment section were saying, "Dusty, why aren't you making it for everybody? Why aren't you making it for your YouTube followers?" And so that is exactly what we're going to be doing. If Bitcoin stays above $30,000 in this month, I will give $1,000 away to you guys, $500 over on YouTube, $500 over on Twitter, or something like that. And all you have to do is just press that like button. We're wasting time. Inflation numbers came out. Expectation was 6%. It turned out to be 5%. Markets pumped up a little bit right after the announcement came, but not too much, as the price quickly dipped below $30,000 again. And right now, I think it's slightly above 30K. What was far more interesting was the Ethereum Shanghai upgrade. Just before we move on, by the way, there's also one more crazy thing that happened, and it actually has to do with Twitter. So what Twitter just decided to do is actually announce some sort of crypto buying, stock buying sort of integrated system working together with eToro. This was already heavily speculated yesterday, but not confirmed. And again, the assumption right now is that it's going to primarily be for these Twitter Blue holders, or rightfully, they're going to be having discounts, like, for example, no trading fees, all that type of goodies. It's in partnership, by the way, with eToro. And for the crypto space, it's a pretty big announcement. So yeah, that's some breaking news that I forgot to mention, but I'm adding it in later. There was a lot of speculation about whether or not the price would go up or down following this upgrade, as basically what happened is that all the people that staked their Ethereum at some point are now going to get access to their coins again. But the CEO of Binance, rightfully so, pointed out that if you're thinking about it, it's like, ooh, this is a massive Ethereum unlock. But if you kind of change your thinking a little bit, what really happened here was this was a massive upgrade for people that were already extremely bullish on Ethereum, as the majority of them locked their Ethereum that they were bullish on at the time up for an uncertain amount of years. And so the way I see it kind of now is, for the crypto space, all this upgrade did was solidify that some of these plans that were kind of like uncertain can actually get done. And so at the end of the day, this was a really bullish announcement for crypto, which is why Ethereum's price is actually up like 4% today. Couple other fun pieces of news. Buffett, whom we just saw talk about Bitcoin in a funny sense, he's actually been saying that the Chair Powell has been terrific. The irony of it all. Yes, guys, it's always funny, but if you think about it, I think he's on his own little plane because, well, he profits from whatever he's preaching right there, it seems, as the FOMC minutes announcement, which came later somewhere yesterday, shows staff expect a mild recession. All members backed continued quantitative tightening, 25 base point hike. Or in other words, things are not in the clear just quite yet, guys. Things are not in the clear because they're going to be raking the heights yet again, expected by 0.25%. For all of you that do not know, I'm talking about the interest rate there. Anyway, there is more news. 2 major annoyances, breaches. So first of all, if you have used SushiSwap, and this is extremely important for anybody that has, make sure you check if your accounts are still safe. There's a very good tutorial over on Look On Chain. You should just go through this and see if you haven't messed up, because Sifu here just lost $3.5 million by being stupid, but it's a very common mistake. He lost a lot of money, unfortunately, and as you guys know, I don't want that to happen to you, so make sure you check this out and don't fall victim to these people trying to steal your money. That's not the only bad news I got though, as we also apparently have got an exploiter attacking Yearn Finance and AAVE. The exploiter got over $10 million in stablecoins, including 3 million DAI, 2.5 million USDC, and some other stable coin. Well, that's what everybody thought. It's a little bit more nuanced. It was said that it was AAVE V1 that got breached, that had some sort of issue, but AAVE themselves a couple hours ago came out to explain that it was for certain that AAVE V2 and V3, and then a little bit later they said we can confirm that AAVE V1 was not impacted, and the root of the cause is actually Y USDT, so Yearn USDT. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, and so besides the fact that we've got like $35 billion worth of Ethereum now being free to roam the market, so to speak, we've also got something crazier, as we have FTX, and this is just breaking my mind here. We've got FTX finding $7 billion and now thinking of reopening the exchange in the second quarter, which is now. Can still be a couple of months, but that is crazy, guys. Take a look. FTX will consider restarting its crypto exchange in the second quarter by an FTX attorney. And also, like Rand said, can't wait for FTX to go live again so I can KYC and give all my details to a US appointed liquidator. I'm almost sure everyone will immediately rush to try it on there again. Yeah, it is absolutely wild in my opinion. This is crazy. One little other thing to notice, I bought another little camera here to try and give you guys a side angle, but it didn't work. We'll update you tomorrow on that, or maybe later tonight. But talking about some side angles, let's talk about some controversial pieces. JP Morgan says the US banking crisis and the intense shift in banking deposits to money market funds is viewed by crypto supporters as a vindication of the crypto ecosystem. Treasury Secretary Yearn says the US economy is performing exceptionally well, and Bitcoin is up 24% since Jim Cramer told investors to sell last month. Well, actually, let's check that video out.
Bitcoin went up today, and I could argue that now it can't even be held in banks. Bitcoin's a strange animal. I will say point blank, I think it's being manipulated up. It was being manipulated the whole time by Sam Bankman-Fried. So please don't assume, therefore, that it's not still being manipulated. And I would sell my Bitcoin right into this rally. And believe me, I had been a believer one time in Bitcoin. Not here, not now.
That was peculiar, but let's now head over into something that I think a lot of the XRP community, a lot of the Ripple supporters are going to like. This video was trending over the last couple of hours, and as you watch it yourself, I think you'll understand exactly why that's the case.
We've configured our technology in a way that really fits the problem of cross-border payments liquidity very, very well. So for the cross-border payment challenge, we've created an open internet model. We call the idea interledger. So interledger, like the internet, supports our Ripple technology globally. And that model does not require a single universal common blockchain. It requires a very open blockchain interconnectivity. And that means that the volume is theoretically infinite. It's like the internet never runs out of capacity. Elements do, but the internet still works because it's inherently decentralized. So Ripple is the same. So we have a decentralized model. It is infinitely scalable. Supporting that, we have our liquidity proposition, which uses XRP, and that's a classic blockchain. But XRP was designed from the outset for transacting. So unlike the likes of Bitcoin, which is like very slow and slows down as you continue to build on volume, the XRP model is very, very, very high speed and very high capacity. So the liquidity part is very adequately served by the XRP model. The wider network we're creating, where if you're really going to create something of value for 7 billion people in the world or 9 billion by 2050, you've got to have a very open internet type model. And that's what we have with our X-current RippleNet model.
And now the second piece I'd already partially covered somewhere earlier today, or actually yesterday in a video, but what it's all about is the fact that Coinbase actually let go of the flare from all the XRP holders. And yesterday I kind of quickly brushed over this without realizing just how big of a deal this is, but I think the people are rejoicing. And so if you had your XRP on Coinbase, this must be one of your luckiest days, because that means you get absolutely free money. And I personally am kind of regretting not claiming even more Flare. Again, you have to realize, guys, that when Flare was announced, I spoke with a lot of the guys and I was just not so excited because they're trying to create value out of thin air just by airdropping it to the XRP holders. I thought the value of it would be very little. It would have value, but very little, because it would be absolutely free with no utility on the outset. The only thing is, it took extra years for Flare to be distributed, like for example right now, even though the airdrop was like the 12th of December, what year, 2020 or something? If I knew that it would take years and years, it would have been more logical to be involved with all this, but sometimes you don't know. Anyway, that brings me to another very important point of things that I'll be covering on this channel. I've said this to you guys many times, but if you're a loyal viewer of the channel, I cannot comprehend that some people would not be successful, because I'm trying every single day my bestest best to give you guys the easiest tutorials, easiest overviews, etc. But what I'm gonna do here very soon, guys, is give you another 4 tutorials or so, where if you don't make at least $10,000 with any of these in the next year, then I've made a big mistake. I don't know exactly what went wrong. I'm not a financial advisor, but the probability of some of you guys who are doing absolutely amazing is just so ridiculous high that I have to get this information to you. I can't keep it for myself. Again, what I'm talking about, guys, is these airdrops. I've already covered 1 tutorial on my channel, but I'm gonna create 3 at least more, maybe even 4. 1 coming out every other day, maybe, or something like that. I want to make them higher quality. That's why I'm waiting for the camera. But please pay close attention to whenever I talk about these money-making opportunities, as I'm not joking when I say that this is some of the best stuff out there. All right, but that's it for today's video. Hopefully, you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video, hopefully tomorrow.